Well, today on the Christian Music Guys, we've got the one and only Lecrae, multi-Grammy winner, hip-hop trailblazer, here to drop the scoop on his brand new 10th studio album, Reconstruction. From making history with Rebel and Anomaly to topping charts, breaking barriers, and inspiring millions through his music, Lecrae's never stopped pushing the culture forward. Lecrae, thank you so much for chatting with me, man.
Hey, man, it's good to talk to you, Jacob. I appreciate it, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah. So Reconstruction is your 10th studio album. What does that milestone mean to you, and why did you choose the title Reconstruction?
Yeah, 10th studio album means a lot. I'm not a sentimental guy. I'm really not. But everyone else around me is very sentimental, and they're just like, yo, this is a big deal. You got to celebrate it. It's like huge. Like 10 people still aren't here. And I'm like, you're right. I've been here a long time. There's not a lot of rappers that are still here from when I started. Not a lot of people get 10 albums either. So I'm grateful for that. Reconstruction, man, is for two different reasons. One is because there's a lot of conversation about deconstruction and progressive and political stuff. And I was like, I want to cut through all of that and help people see, like, we're done with all of that. We're reconstructing. We're at a place where we're getting back to spiritual renewal. We're getting back to the basics of, sometimes you got to get back to the basics. You forget, you just complicate things. It's kind of like, you got spaghetti and you start adding all kind of extra stuff in there. And it's like, this is way far away from mom's recipe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think you brought up Rebel and Anomaly, and it was like, man, that original recipe was good. What was it about that was good? And it was, I was connecting with fans. I was spending time in the community. I wasn't in green rooms and on big stages and flights. I was just in my word and just connecting with the people. And I just went back to that. And this is what you get.
Yeah. So how did you approach to writing on this album differ from your earlier projects?
I took my time for sure. I had to step out of my comfort zone. I had to like forget about critics and all that type of stuff. And then I just invited people in. I invited so many people into the process. I was excited to just like I was like, yo, Tory Deshaun, I want people to see who he is. A Klesso, I want people to see who he is. Madison Ryan Ward, T.I., Killer Mike. We've been friends for years. Let's put our relationship on display. And so, it just changed my approach in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Now, how does Reconstruction reflect where you are spiritually and personally right now in your life compared to when you first started?
Oh my gosh. Well, physically, I did 75 hard while I was doing this album. So that was a reconstruction of my physical and mental health. Mentally, I did a lot of therapy. And then, spiritually, man, I've been doing this deep end podcast, and I just get to sit with some of the most incredible thinkers and leaders in the world. And man, just get to ask them anything I want. I've grown so much from having conversations with these people. So I didn't even realize that I was preparing myself. I was reconstructing my own faith by being able to have these conversations.
Yeah. If Reconstruction could change one thing in the hearts of the listeners, what would you want that to be?
I think the biggest thing would be that a lot of us feel like we're just a bunch of broken pieces. And we're like, oh, we're broken pieces. God can't do anything with us. We've already messed up, or somebody told us we were messed up, or our dream didn't come true. And it's like, that's not true. Like, God is a reconstructor. Like, he takes broken pieces and he makes beautiful things out of them. And so it doesn't matter what you did. It doesn't matter what you went through or where you came from. Like, look at Job. He lost everything and God still reconstructed that man's whole life. So that's the biggest thing, is like, it's never too late. It's never too late.
Yeah. One song that I really like on the album is called Tell No Lie with Jackie Hill Perry. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, man, that song is, well, first of all, shout out to Jackie Hill Perry, a phenomenal teacher, leader, thinker. And just for her to carve out some time in her life to give me a verse was a blessing. And she killed it, destroyed it. But then too, the song is just about like, come on, guys, what are we doing here? Like we're on social media, we're just trying to get likes and we're lying and we're doing, it's like I just was on social media the other day and I seen a dude and he unveiled he spent $250,000 on a car and I'm like, he's a rapper and I'm just like, stop. Like, what are you doing? Like, this isn't your, like, you're lying to yourself by thinking that people are going to love you more by doing this. You're lying to yourself that you're going to satisfy your soul, but then you're also lying to the world because I'm a rapper and I know you're not making this kind of money with your music. And if you are, you spend it all on a car. So let's just stop the cap.
Yeah. Now, what would be your favorite track on the album?
Right now, it's probably Holidays featuring John
Okay.
Bellion. And reason why is because it's where I'm at in life, and we worked so hard on it. I flew to New York, caught an Uber, which John didn't tell me he lived 2 hours from the airport, so I was a 2 hour Uber drive. Stupid, man, so dumb. I was like, "What are you doing, man? You didn't tell me this." Um, so that's 2 hours of my life gone. 4 hours, really. I don't get those 4 hours back, John. Um,
Right.
but no, but then he's like a mad scientist and he's like, this needs to happen on the song and change your vocals into this. And what if we do this? And, it just turned out to be a phenomenal piece of work. But then even personally, I just feel like sometimes I take vacations that I shouldn't take, right? Like just something simple like spending an extra 10 minutes in the bathroom scrolling. It's like I don't need that vacation. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like what I really should do is go outside and take a walk with no phone if you really want rest. And so
Sure.
we're just, it's like, oh yeah, let me get two more pieces of chocolate cake because I deserve it. It's like, that's not the vacation you need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're just taking vacations we don't need. And I think that's why the song appeals to me.
Yeah. Now, is there several songs that didn't make the album that you may later release on a deluxe?
So here's the thing. I don't think people like deluxe albums. I
Oh, I
think that
do.
okay. I was like, that's what I was like, because I got some great songs, and I was like, maybe we just do like Reconstruction 2. Because I feel like I
There
don't
you
know
go.
you know what I mean? Like I was like, these are some great songs, but just different things didn't happen. Like one of them was a big feature, and she took so long that it was like it's taking too long to get the feature on the album. And another one, I just didn't get my second verse right. It was like I kept trying, kept trying. I was like, it's just not coming out right, so I need more time. And yeah, so there's a few other songs like that. Some of them I recorded, some of them I gave away. Like, shout out to Caleb Hearn. We recorded a song together. I was gonna put it on my album, but I was like, bro, you can have it, put it on yours. So he'll put it on his album and stuff like that. So but probably Reconstruction too.
Yeah.
You got
Now,
that
can you?
first. Nobody else, I've never said that before. So you got breaking
There you go.
news.
Nice. Now, is this available on vinyl?
Yes,
Reconstruction.
it is available
Okay.
on vinyl. So,
Okay.
vinyl
Gotta
takes a
have it.
while, but you order it, it'll come to you.
No cassette tapes, right?
Nah, but we should do that. Maybe
Yeah.
Reconstruction too. We'll have cassette tapes.
Throwback.
Yeah, yeah.
So speaking of throwbacks, this is a fan based podcast, and so we get listeners and viewers writing in questions for their favorite artist. And we had a fan of yours. His name's Adam, and this is a throwback song, but he wants to know from your album Gravity the story behind the song "Falling Down" with Trip Lee.
Oh man, falling down. Um, so how that came about was we had this, we call it the Gravity House. Like we rented this house in Atlanta and I just had some of my good friends come over to like be producers. And Alex Medina, my guy JR, they all came together and they just started cooking up music. And then we heard that beat and it was like, woo, what is this? It was like, and I was like, man, this is crazy. And we just wanted to be experimental, but it was about gravity. So it was like, okay, what's something in the gravity world we could talk about? And I was like, you're falling down because we're falling down because
Mm,
gravity pulls us down. And that's kind of how it came about. And then the way the beat sounded, I knew it needed people who were lyricists. And, so I had to go grab some Christian rap lyricists and put them on there. And now you got Falling Down, man. I'm glad that he likes that album. If he likes that, he probably really enjoys Reconstruction because I listen to a lot of Gravity to make Reconstruction for sure.
yeah. Yeah, and I
Yeah,
will say Gravity's got a pretty sweet album cover too. So
that's true. That is
yeah,
true. The helmet. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So Lecrae, what else is next for you, and how can our viewers and listeners keep up with you?
Man, I'm going on this world tour. I'll start off, in Zambia and Zimbabwe and Kenya, and then we come to the States. Then we go to Australia, New Zealand, and so man, find me on the road for sure. And then, man, we're just gonna keep pushing Reconstruction. I think there's a lot of music videos that I still have to shoot. So, and one of them's about to drop. So get ready for that one. And yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about the Ruth and Boaz film that you got?
Oh yeah, forgot about that, man. That Ruth and Boaz film comes out September 22nd, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just a modern day take on Ruth and Boaz, where you have the story of a woman who's trying to honor God, honor her family, and a man who doesn't fit the norm. I mean, it's really just it's a cool, man. Shout out to my guy Devon Franklin for pulling me in on it. And I think it'll be cool. It's just a modern day version of it that I think people will relate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Lecrae, to wrap up, I'd like to see if you'd be willing to share something that God's been doing in your life recently that would help build our viewers and listeners' faith.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, God has just been showing me that He cares about the small things, not the things that are most visible, not things that everybody can see, but He takes pleasure in doing a lot of detailed work in the little things, especially in our lives. And the thing I was really, kind of, Corinthians says, whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, do all for the glory of the Lord. And the story that comes to mind is when Michelangelo, he sculpted these little angels onto this cathedral, and two of them are like covered with the buttresses of the cathedral. You can't really see them that well, but they pulled them down to like excavate them. They were the most detailed and most beautiful of all of them, and it was just a testament that Michelangelo wasn't worried about who could see it. He just took pleasure in making something great and doing a great job. And God takes pleasure in just doing great things in the dark corners of our lives that maybe nobody ever sees, but He wants to shape those things. And even if nobody sees you, God wants to craft and reconstruct you. And so just be encouraged that, man, God is way more detailed and caring artist than even Michelangelo was.
Yeah. You had mentioned that scripture in Corinthians, whatever you eat or drink, do to the glory of the Lord. My kids are learning scriptures, and they learned that one last week. And my 11-year-old daughter says, "So, Dad, if I have 2 bowls of ice cream, am I giving glory to the Lord?" I said, "Well." So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
No, that's
Well, man,
cool.
it was good chatting with you. Reconstruction is available now everywhere streaming. Purchase the vinyl, I'm assuming, on your website. And so
Yeah.
thank you so much for
Yeah.
chatting with me.
Hey man, thank you, bro. I appreciate you, man. It's been
Yeah.
it's been a pleasure.